teenager. She will be 20 coming up in just a few days. The tip is up and is controlled by Burton and the Valkyries. Glad you could join us tonight on Ion for some WNBA Friday night hoops in the Northwest. Burton with it, kick into the corner, quick three on the way. That's what Golden State will do. They will fire off the threes. Here's Heidman up top. Flau'jae Johnson with a little alley-oop, a little strong.
And that's what we saw the first time these two teams matched up. Seattle dictated the pace early. They want to get out and run off stops on defense. Golden State will be patient, methodical, get the right shot.
For the second consecutive possession, Seattle gets a hand on it. Heidemann, the trailer is Malonga, the big 1-2, swooping in with the right hand. No, over the top is Pham for the rebound, and they'll keep it there. And how about Awa Pham going right up over Burton for that rebound. There is head coach Natalie Nakase, your AP Coach of the Year in 2025. The first expansion team ever to make the playoffs. Most wins ever by an expansion team. Absolutely amazing job she has done in the Bay Area. Johnson kicks the basketball. Horston gets it back. Sloppy possession here for Seattle. They still have an opportunity to score. Malonga's got to get it up. She gives it off to Heidemann. One on the shot clock. Flings it up for three. And Natisha Heidemann, I'll tell you, she has been absolutely on fire. 6 straight games in double figures for the first time in her career.
And multiple steals coming into that Sparks game. She was crucial in help defense late. Her defense has been picking up.
And a 3-ball by Gabby Williams, the answer. And it is 3-3.
And Gabby was just 1 of 5 from 3 the last time she played at Climate Pledge Arena. Man, things have changed for her. She has been lethal from beyond the arc.
Here's Heidemann. Screen by Malonga. Now back up to Flau'jae Johnson. The high-low dump into Malonga. The fade away from the 20-year-old off the back iron. Zandalicini with the push. Around a screen by Stokes. Picked up by Pham. Burton has it topside, taps the top of her head with 10 on the shot clock. Behind the back dribble against Heidemann. Good help by Malonga. Gets in there with a hand. 5 on the shot clock now. Got to get it off. Does Gabby. Step back, long 3. That one's no good.
She got a lot of arc on that shot, though, to make it there. Seattle's some good defensive possessions here against a great offensive team.
Heidemann loses handle. 3-on-2 the other way, and it's Thornton to coast in with a left-handed layup.
The Storm looking a little bit sloppy here offensively to start. A few possessions, they're just not sure-handed. And the Valkyries clearly cashing in on that. They're 13th in fast break points, so it's not something they do often.
Johnson bounce pass inside to Malonga. And a whistle will be Seattle basketball.
A game against the Valkyries, you have to be sure with the ball because they can hurt you in so many ways offensively. One end to the other. Kayla Thornton.
13 on the shot clock. Heidemann to trigger. Outlet valve is Malonga up top. Heidemann around the pick. Hesitates. Pump fakes. Goes up with the strong hand to left. And she will go to the free throw line as they're going to call the foul on the Valkyries. That's going to go on Burton. There is Sonia Rahman, the first-year head coach of the Seattle Storm. Named head coach in October. Assisted with Sandy Brondello last year in New York. Spent 4 years an assistant as well with the Memphis Grizzlies in the NBA. And was a college head coach as well. First free throw by Heidemann is good.
Yeah, both coaches here, Natalie Nakase and Sonia Rahman. A lot of experience with the NBA. Nakase with the Clippers. And you can see what they've built already. Nakase in her second year, Rahman in her first. A fun culture because Nakase has a big part of building that culture with an expansion draft. You get to choose a lot of your own players.
Jordan Horston gets away with that pass and knocks it away. Jordan's been very active on the defensive end all season long, and the offense is starting to come for her as well.
Yeah, 11 points in the last game against the Sparks, but it really started for her on the defensive end. She held Kelsey Plum to 6 of 17 shooting, by far her worst field goal percentage shooting on the year. She was everywhere, and then she turned those defensive possessions into buckets on the other end.
Stokes holds. Malonga gets up and pressures. Now to Williams. Thornton, one dribbling up from the baseline. That one's off. Snatched down by Awa Pham. Veronica Burton still in the game with 2 fouls. Something to watch there. And there is Awa Pham, 19 years years of age, you saw why Seattle drafted her number 3 overall. Gets the rebound at one end and sticks the 3 at the other.
Stepped right into it. The defense just not close enough.
Crowd chanting defense in an 8-5 Seattle lead. Burton to Zendelicini, flings it up, back iron. Good box out by Pham, allows her teammate Heidman to get the carom. She's on the push, crossover dribble. She could go right at Burton if she chooses because she's got 2 fouls. She does, and she finishes with the left hand. Seattle up 10-5.
Kids, that's what a good jump stop looks like. Landing on 2 feet, keeping your options open, and the step through from the point guard.
Heidman hounding Burton over on the far side. Burton drives in, good touch pass to Kia Stokes, who's actually been a little more involved in finishing this year than she has been in years past, about 5 points a game.
Oh, she's got to love it. A bunch of guards that can pass. Veronica Burton averaging just under 6 assists a game, dishing it out well.
Malonga to Horston. That ball is off her leg, out of bounds. It'll be Golden State basketball.
You talked about Natisha Heidman being crucial for this team. The assist sees Awa Pham early. That's enough of a window for the 6'4" rookie. And then Heidman jump stop, step through, lefty off the glass, just a kiss. But Veronica Burton answers. The pick and roll, that's been a problem for the Storm defensively, figuring out exactly how to use drop coverage, or are they going to double? It's just recovering to that post player has been a struggle.
Steph Dolson comes into the game, alters that shot from Gabby Williams. Whole lot of Yukon Huskies out there. Dolson and Kia Stokes and Gabby Williams.
And Golden State has more Huskies than anybody.
That's right.
In the WNBA.
I got a great stat on that in just a second when we get a timeout. Here's Awa Pham with it. Baseline pass. Jordan Horston with a little English. How about that?
A backdoor cut. Jordan Horston, this team starting to get to know each other better on the floor as they come back from injuries, as Awa comes back from playing overseas.
Zendelicini flings it up. No good. Rebound Heidman, who's been very active on both ends. She's going to push on Caitlin Chen. 3 ball in her face and knocks it down. Wow, the step back, and Natalie Nakase wants to talk about it, and the fans are on their feet here in Seattle. Storm by. The World Cup game in Seattle will be played on Monday, and Team USA actually plays on Friday here in Seattle against Australia. Here's Gabby Williams driving in, kicking it to the 5th row. My goodness, that was airmailed. Turnover on Golden State. You were mentioning the Yukon players earlier. The Golden State roster has a representative of 7 different Yukon Husky championships.
Whoa. Spanning
from 2008 and 2009 with Tiffany Hayes all the way to last year with Caitlin Chen.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
Incredible.
That is unbelievable. It just shows the dominance of Yukon in general.
Here's Steph Dolson, one of those Yukon Huskies, and she splashes it home. She's been quiet offensively the last few games after having a really good first couple weeks of the season. Here's Chen with it. Back to Thornton. Handoff Williams against Horston. Knocked away by Dolson. Gabby Williams fires it up from 3, and Jordan Horston got her on the recoil.
Yeah, Stephanie Dolson did a great job covering for Horston on the flare screen there by Gabby. It would have been wide open. She got a hand on it, but then Gabby knows she had just enough space with Jordan Horston kind of with a late closeout. Got that follow-through action underneath on the landing.
Gabby's always been a very good offensive player, but she has never customarily been the go-to player. And my goodness, the last couple of games, how about 26 points a game in the last 2?
That'll do. And just, you can tell the offense is being run through her and run for her. Setting up a lot on the left side so she can drive right toward the rim across the way. And she's really become that offensive player. We saw that in the 2024 year when she was competing for Team France with her teammate Janelle Salon and current Storm player Dominique Malonga, now just 20 years old. But Gabby gained confidence. Remember, she hit that buzzer beater that would have been the tying shot, but she was on the line
in the gold medal game
against USA. And we saw a completely different player that year here in Seattle. She's just taken over, averaging a career high 15.5 points, shooting 5.5 threes.
There's Pham, the fadeaway, no good, in an 18-10 contest. Williams on the push. Sandalissini in the face of Flau'jae Johnson, and she knocks it home. Couldn't defend it much better than that. That was just a great high release.
She's got a beautiful shot. We saw that game one. Sandalissini kind of went off late in the first quarter to get Valkyries back into it.
Pham back to Johnson. He's been one of the best rookies in the WNBA this year. Crossover, gets it stripped though. Sandalissini is fouled. Probably better off for Seattle there. Would have been a 2-on-1 break the other way. But how about the high release of Cecilia Sandalissini?
Yeah, and the quick stop and drop and then elevate, that's really hard to guard. And she's well over 6 feet. That's not easy for anyone to guard. And Flau'jae has the long arms, but Sandalissini, like I said, really helped get the momentum for Golden State in game one of the WNBA season here at Climate Pledge.
7th in the league last year in threes. At 42% was Sandalissini. Shooting well again this year. Bumped by Flau'jae. And that's going to be 2 quick ones on the Storm rookie. 2:56 left. It's Heidman leading the way in scoring in this one with 10. That is 7 straight games in double figures for Natisha Heidman, as you see Zia Cook come in to replace Johnson.
Heidman just gets it done when they need it, too. When it was third quarter against Las Vegas and a couple nights ago against the Sparks, she got going, and she can get so hot from 3.
And Jade Melbourne has checked in for Heidman to give her a rest. And Janelle Salon, there's the one of the French connection that Chantel was talking about, knocking that one down and one.
Yeah, she was the Valkyries' leading scorer against the Storm with 20 by way of the 3. Also an incredibly high release at 6'2", long arms. She hit 3 threes in the fourth quarter, and here she is again.
They're going to check it out and see if it was a 2 or a 3. 18-15. We're taking a look at it as well. Should be a quick review.
Yeah, this didn't for a second look like it would be debatable. She's giving you a lot of space there to make a quick decision.
And now for a quick word from State Farm.
Caitlin, you know, State Farm sees everything, so you get coverage that fits your life and budget.
You mentioned.
I see everything, too, like the shot clock looking down on me.
Well, he does know math.
Okay, that is cool.
Second game between these two teams as they continue to look. The Golden State Valkyries beat Seattle in the season opener 91-80, outscoring the Storm in the middle 2 quarters 46-29. And in that game, Seattle got off to a good start just like they had in this one. That was all Golden State for a while. Potentially they could be looking at landing room as well.
That's
on the closeout, because there's no way they're looking at 3-point line.
I thought one of the referees called the foul and was obviously doing the, 3-point no doubter, had both arms up. I think they're looking whether Awa Pham came underneath her. Yeah, that must be it, because Salon falls back in that right foot.
That's a close one as well. I mean, you see sometimes the jump shooter, they'll kick their leg out and try to sell it. It really didn't look like Salon was trying to do that. She was just going to come down in her normal motion. Golden State coming off a 87-81 win at home over Phoenix, where Gabby Williams and Veronica Burton combined to hit for 50, holding off a late Phoenix charge. So far, Burton's been quiet. Gabby Williams, 1 of 3 6 points, leading her team.
Jordan Horston crucial to that, primarily the guard. She has the assignment of Gabby Williams.
Common foul, so just the free throw. Take a look at that May 8th meeting I was talking about. Janelle Salon, the 20 points, 5 of 11 from 3. Burton was fantastic as well, and a career high from Caitlin Chen. And Dawn Malonga just started rolling, and then we only saw her for a couple more games because she was out for 8 games with a concussion. And you want to know the main reason why Seattle's 3-11? Because Dawn Malonga was out for 8 games with a concussion. That's the main. This is not a 3-11 basketball team that you're watching tonight.
No, and they've lost so many close games when she is there, just because they have little experience. Only 10 years of WNBA experience in that starting 5 versus 35 for Golden State tonight.
Zia Cook a little strong on that one. She took it to the rack. Williams running the other way. Kicks it back. Towing the line. Zandalicini rattles and a foul. It's going to go on Salon, bumping Jade Melvin.
And nobody shoots more threes than Golden State. This is their MO. Anybody who's watched the team over the last 2 years, it is apparent. And they're waiting, you know, they're patient. They play at the slowest pace in the WNBA because they are methodical with it. They have the fewest turnovers, 9.8 per game. The next team has 12. I mean, they're #1 in the fewest turnovers by a mile.
Here's Awafam striking and knocking down a long-range jump shot. Golden State gets 42% of their points from three-point range. No one else in the league gets more than 33. So that is a huge gap. And here's another one hoisted up by Gabby Williams. But they're cold to start, 2 of 8 in this one. And they're actually shooting well from 3 this year as opposed to last year. Going to the lane and missing the runner there was Jordan Horston. We'll have wholesale substitutions coming in for Seattle as they got to be dog-tired right now. It's been a long stretch. Here's a 3 and a lot of contact there, but they're going to say it was a clean block by Awafam. As you take a look at the teenager, the 3rd pick in the draft, Awafam.
The 3 is contagious tonight. Awafam with 2 in this first half. She hit 2 against the Sparks. You've seen her get more and more comfortable with that stroke from beyond the arc. Early on in her first game, she was taking 3s. They just weren't dropping and getting used to the WNBA pace, the physicality to have enough strength to get those to go in.
Warming up as she gets used to this league. And the three-point shooting for Seattle has gotten much better the last couple games because it was dreadful. And that's being kind for about a 2.5-week stretch. I mean, Seattle was consistently shooting in the high teens, low 20s from 3s. But the last couple games against Minnesota, against Los Angeles, they started to warm up, and they are 5 for 5 in this one.
And it's a great call-out because I think having Dominique Malonga back in has created more open 3s. Yes. They were taking contested 3s, step-back 3s. And now they're moving the ball around way faster, making better decisions.
Seattle started this game, had a 15-2 run, rather, in the early stages of the first quarter as there's a foul on Seattle. It was answered by a 9-0 Golden State run. And that's where we are right now, a 21-16 contest with Seattle up 5. Dawn Malonga called for the foul.
And she's angry because she thinks she got all ball there going against her fellow French national team member. You can feel there's a little extra fire. You know, like that's my friend, that's my teammate sometimes, but when we're on other teams, man, we're going at it.
That's got to be a fun battle in French national team practice too between those two.
Yeah, competitive.
Janelle Salon, career high 5 threes in the season opener against Seattle, finished with 20. And right now she's got 5. Melbourne against Caitlin Chen. Katie Lou Samuelson checks in for the first time for the Storm. High post Malonga. And there's that spacing you mentioned around Malonga because the defense just has to react to Dom. Mackenzie Holmes hands off Melbourne. Salon with the long range. She tipped the basketball and then almost saved it after the tip. What an athletic play by Janelle Salon.
Jade Melbourne kind of did a box out away from the bucket, and I think Nakaze wanted the foul there, but it was that smart, crafty Australian play that we see so often from Jade.
Pull-up jump shot, Zaya Cook off the mark. Kyla Charles into the game for the first time for the Valkyries. Here's Chen. Salon working on Don. Chen around the screen, going baseline, help comes. Ball tipped, kick back, Salon, 3 on the way. Rattles and an offensive rebound by Tiffany Hayes, who just came in. They're going to re-rack, and that's what they do. Long rebounds, kick it back out, and shoot the 3 ball.
And Salon, just no doubter. I mean, you missed the first. As a team, they were 2 for 9 before that possession. She is not going to reject an open 3. And she's so hard to contest because you got to get close as possible, and she can still drive on you.
Zaya Cook misses the shot, gets her own rebound, can't get it to go. Zaya Cook really high in usage rate. When she's in there, she's going to shoot the basketball. It just hasn't gone for her yet. She's 0 for 3. 5 seconds left. Top of the head to Hayes. Does she even know that there's 1 second left? She's got no idea that there's 1 second left. And that is the end. 1 3-point defensive team. It's Seattle at 29 points a game, and so far Seattle winning that battle. Golden State just 3 of 12 from behind the arc. Here is Malonga, fade away, no good. Snatched down.